I thought it was a great day for Syracuse lacrosse to get out there and start our 2016 season. The very good Loyola team coming in, same team we played in the quarterfinals last year to go to the Final Four, and I thought we prepared well and we're ready to execute our game plan. And I thought the defense played well, the offense played well. We did a lot of good things in that first game, and I was very happy with our performance. And it was nice to see, and to see Kayla Trainer step up on the draw and just dominate was awesome. That's what we were hoping for. She'd been practicing draws for 3 years prior, and always ready to go. Took a few last year. But this year she wants to be the go-to draw person, and I think she's earned that by far, today.
What made her want to be that go-to draw person? Did she tell you that's what she wanted to do?
Well, she took draws last year as well. Whenever we needed to change up the draw, she was the next one up for us, and she was okay at it. But she spent a lot of time in the fall. I think a lot of time in the summer just trying to get better because she knew Kempney wasn't here, and we needed someone that was ready, and she had the most experience, and she definitely, I thought, did an amazing job. One thing that she has is the ability with the quick hands to put the ball in any position. So she was doing a great job of mixing it up, going backwards, going forwards, going behind her. And every time the defense would make that adjustment to get to where she drew the ball the previous time, she put it somewhere else. And I think that's why the number was so high, because of that ability.
And I mean, you talked about, the hopes were high, but did you expect this kind of success right off the bat with her?
We were hoping. I knew she was, she's good at it. She's been working hard. So, we'll see. And they have a great draw coach in Dana Dobie there who, was an all-time great draw specialist, and it was just nice to see Kayla go up against her players that she's trained and really do well. So, she answered all our hopes, and now we move on to the next one, and she'll keep working at it and hopefully continue her success.
Your team seemed to struggle from the free position a little bit in that second game against Binghamton, especially in the second half. Was that more just inability to execute an offense, or do you credit that to the Binghamton defense?
They played a packed-in zone, and so when you do get an 8-meter, they're going to give up 8 meters. They're going to be tight around the 8-meter. So there's a lot of pressure. And we just we forced it a bit. We shot a little earlier than we would have. We carried it a little longer than we would have, and we just didn't have that balance of driving into one side, timing the shot. And the goalie, I thought, played great today. She made a lot of great saves, and I think it put a little pressure on our shooters, and we got a little tight on our sticks, and we just kind of chucked it in the net a few times instead of looking at the goal and burying it. So, it was a good job by Binghamton, and tightened us up a little bit, and we missed some of those.
Yeah, and on that note, what were your expectations for the second game? Obviously, some of your better players, Kayla, isn't playing in that game. So what were your expectations for the game against Binghamton, and did your team meet them? Well,
it was really an opportunity. I think, our go-to players, our vets, we pulled them from the game. They didn't play, and we wanted to allow some of our younger players that were role players with our vets to have the opportunity to step up. And you know what? They're young. There's lots of mistakes out there, and they'll get better. They're going to continue to learn from, the majoranas, the trainers, all the players that didn't play in that second game. So they're going to get some more experience. We get to do it again next week. Probably do a little differently, but it's going to be a fun week playing 2 games again next week.
Coach, Nick Petriccioni, SB Nation, how will you do that differently next week? How will you execute another doubleheader?
We'll probably just play the entire team both games. Do a little different, and just go at it in a different style. Instead of going strong week, or strong not as strong, we'll go 2 strong teams and try and get everybody in and play everybody.
in that second game, the first half, you called a timeout, and your team about 30 seconds later scored a goal. How were they able to execute so well out of that timeout? What did you tell them to get them kind of in sync?
Well, what happened was, the only film we had on Binghamton was from the previous year, and they brought in one of the Canadian national coaches there, Carly, and she implemented the zone, which we didn't know they were going to play. And, and they did a great job. So it just, our kids were a little rattled. They're used to being able to play man-to-man, dodging all this stuff, or a pressure zone where they're, with a different style, but it was more of an open zone. And, they did a great job at it. They worked hard, and it took us a while to get in sync. And, we were definitely not in sync at the beginning. We just our catching and throwing to open players we had a tough time with. And, I can see that. It's been a long day, and, they've been here all day around campus, and, they just made some mistakes. So we'll mentally sharpen up and get better for next week.
What's the toughest part about playing 2 games in a 7-hour stretch?
It was tough, but I thought it was awesome. It's tough because of the time. It's tough because you get mentally psyched up for one game, and then you got to come back and do it again, and it's a great challenge. And I thought, you know what? Let's go out and do this. It's not going to be as easy. We told them that it's not going to be a cakewalk. Yeah, get out there. Binghamton's a good team. They return a lot of upperclassmen, and you watch them this year. They're going to win a bunch more games. I thought their defense is much improved from the previous year, and I think you're going to see them win some games and go a long way. And I was impressed with them.
What does it say about the depth of your team that you're able to play 2 completely different starting lineups in the 2 games today?
I think it shows that our kids work hard. Everybody's out there working, trying to get better every day, but it also shows that we got some work to do, and those kids have room to improve. So I thought it was great. It kind of gave them an opportunity, and now we got some great film on them. Normally you're looking at film at starters all the time, and now this is some great film of them under pressure, making decisions, and we can give them a lot of input and a lot of coaching.
And Coach, Kelsey Vanetta had 3 goals tonight in that second game, especially 2 late down the stretch. What did you see from her tonight?
She just played with confidence and poise, and she had 4 shots. She scored on 3, and she took her time. She got in front, and she took great shots, and that was the best thing. Played with composure, took advantage of her opportunities, and I was very happy with her play, and I think she took a step up today.
Especially only having 2 shots all of last season, what specifically did she do tonight? Skill-wise, movement around the net, or.
Last year she played a little bit of mini. This year she moved to attack, and I think she's going to do a great job for us, giving some relief and getting some time. And she keeps playing the way she did. She'll get more time. So I was very happy. She's worked hard in practice to earn that spot, and I think that she just did a great job.
Anything else for Coach?
There were a few times in the first game when a trainer Majorana from the 8-meter, they just kind of took it themselves and they shot the ball right on goal. There were a few times in this game, in the second game, where Nicole Levy had it and she kind of pulled out. And I heard you saying something about set it up. Was there any tactical strategy going into that?
Well, I think there's a couple early that I think she's just having troubles getting her first goal, right? She struggled today, bearing her shot. She missed wide a few times, and if you come out and watch practice, watch fall ball, watch her play against the U.S., she didn't miss any shots. So I think she's just a little bit in her head as a freshman, pushing a little bit too hard to get that first goal, and even when she scores it, her stick's a little too deep, and it just she had a tough day on the shooting end today, but I thought she played well. She had 4 assists in that first game, another one in the second. I thought, that was good for her to, see where she's at. And I think she realized how lucky she is to play with players like Majorana and Trainer, and they're going to help her develop as a player. And I think that's going to be great.
What does it say that she doesn't score in the first game, but she has 4 assists as a freshman? Rick went right into it.
Well, I think she's got good vision, great touch, and she understands the game. She got great lax IQ, and I think that's what you saw. And she's got a little bit more of a killer instinct putting the ball away, and I think she'll be a phenomenal future star for us.
Time for one more if anyone has something.
Coach, any Valentine's Day plans after this?
Well, my phone's been ringing the whole time. My wife's only called like 6 times. She's wondering, do we get any Valentine's today? No, we'll go home, have a glass of wine, relax, spend some time together. So, be fun. That was a great Valentine's. A couple W's is always nice.
Excellent. All right.